Hello everyone and welcome to another installment here in the FM23 series on the channels. We are in the English football pyramid trying to climb up the rankings here as we are very, very close to making it out of League 2 and going into League 1. We have quite the last 4 games here. Where right now we have the goal difference lead to make it to where we're third. If we can hang on to that third spot, or even potentially jump up to second, we would be obviously going into automatic promotion and be able to leave League 2 into League 1 without having to worry about the playoffs. But we have 2 major games. I would even say the next 4 games, we can't lose a point, but mainly these next 2 are the biggest games, as playing FC Halifax here today, and then you'll be seeing the Shrewsbury game here in a little bit. But as far as how the team's looking right now, we're rolling. We've allowed the second best in the Skybet League 2 right now as far as goals, 4th best in goal scoring. Obviously, those numbers very much dictate why we are a top team right now. But the main thing from this, in my opinion, has been this recent run we've just had. So last time you saw us, we lost to Oxford, which was a terrible loss to Oxford United. Dropping down 1-2, brutal. We then went on a run of all runs, winning every single game. Weirdly enough, we lost the Cheltenham game. But what I thought was very, very fascinating about this run so far, and then we have a draw here with Doncaster, our previous game. The past 3 games, you see the 1 goal we've given up, every single one of them have been a penalty. So we are, the Harry Wood game, that actually wasn't a goal from a penalty, never mind. But 2 out of 3 were penalty scores, so kind of funny how that works out. The Cheltenham game, though, was a brutal way to go down, as far as Zach Emerson had the 1 goal in the first half, which we've been pretty good as far as scoring the first half as of late. There's a couple of goals in the first half. We had a couple in the York game. I believe we had the 1 in the Doncaster game as well. We usually score in the first half. Actually, not against Morecambe, though. We had to come back. Well, actually, no. We just Kenny Coker back-to-back there at 64 and 69 on the goal. And then the Grimsby game was awesome. To get that one, too, was great to see. But you could see Zach Emerson's really been rolling. He's really on his A game right now, which is exactly what we need for him in this game against FC Halifax and the Shrewsbury game, too. But this is a great run that we have had. I mean, basically, as far as a 7-game unbeaten streak, with 6 of them being victories. Very, very good. If you want to even go back to, as far as from, we've won, as far as 8 of our last 10. We had the 1 draw and the 1 loss. So we've been on a tear here in 2027. I think the biggest thing about it has been really no injuries. We've been pretty great as far as from that perspective. No injuries or anything like that. Sam Herthington's still been playing fantastic for us. Josh Dixon's been the man that's been loading us up with assists. And they're going to be starting today, of course, because they are a pretty vital unit. And then we're going to have, as far as probably our best player right now, besides Zach Emerson, and as far as with Mustafa Lakhdar, as far as he's, weirdly enough, I feel like he's not really improved a whole lot. He was injured for a little bit. He was kind of banged up for a couple of games, I will say that, so we didn't have him there for a little bit, but we still played pretty well. I think the biggest thing has been the tactical familiarity with a lot of guys that, obviously came in during the beginning half of January to now we're in April, and everybody's pretty much familiar with what they're wanting to do. But you see Zach Emerson with 24 goals, which has been fantastic, and Kenny Coker with 14. It's been a great little 1-2 number there. Our bench is looking pretty good. We are not starting any of the lone guys, which is funny enough, but Morgan Finney's back. He's been actually out for a little bit now, so his first game back in a big spot when we need him the most. But yeah, obviously the familiarity, everybody is pretty much knowing what we need to do from a tactical standpoint. Morale's pretty solid right now, obviously, with everybody on a winning path. As far as it's hard to be down when you're winning so much. I was a little nervous there with the Oxford loss in the last episode. The Oxford United loss, that could have went differently. If we didn't bounce back like we've had, we would have been in really big trouble, and we might have potentially missed out on the playoffs yet again. But I will say this, as long as we win a game out of these next 4 games, we'll at least clinch a playoff spot, which is awesome, but I'm hoping we get that automatic promotion, because, it's going to come down to one game. That is fucking terrifying as far as being able to get out of League 2. I just went the easiest path, honestly, and the easiest path would be just automatic promotion, but, I'm pretty excited to see how things are looking up. Oxford United recently have kind of been falling apart, so I'm hoping they lose in their game today. As far as I do know, the Shrewsbury Town still has to place Northampton. If Northampton lose or draw, and we win, we're like 2 or 3 points behind them, depending on if it's a draw or a loss. So, we might in fact steal second, if all things go well, if we keep on playing as well as we have been. Man, we're getting the ball now already. But obviously, FC Halifax has been a team that we just have never been able to quite figure out. No matter when we were York City or now with Carlisle United, we just have not figured them out. No matter what we do, they just seem to always have our number. So it would be nice to get away from them, and it'd be nice to finally break the curse. I believe as far as Carlisle United itself, they have lost their last 7? Which has been pretty crazy. And we're probably, I don't know for all 7, but we're the majority of that. We're probably 4 out of that 7. So that's actually maybe 5 out of the 7 have been, so to finally get a win, or even a draw at this rate, would be fantastic. But I'm wanting a win. I want to keep that 3rd spot for as long as we can. It's crazy, Wrexham and York City, they have a chance to make the playoffs still. They've been rolling pretty well. Another free kick, man. Just FC Halifax, just what they do fucks us up every time. Look at the completion percentage of passes and the possession time. It's been all us, but yet every highlight we've seen has not gone our way. It sucks that we already have a yellow with Harry Boyce, because one thing that I think that's helped this team out a lot is we've been pretty good about not getting any suspensions from multiple yellow cards or anything like that. We've played pretty safe. I think we're actually the leading team as far as fewest fouls, but Zach Emerson has a great one-on-one. Hell of a save from the keeper. That would have been huge to make that his 25th goal of the year and to take the lead over FC Halifax this early on in the game. But that's a great first chance. That is great. That's a great save. It's weird with Zach Emerson, because depending on how he plays, we're not afraid to sub him off for Kenny Coker, because Kenny's he's really solid. So if he's not scoring goals, usually if he's kind of had a rough first half, I'm not afraid to take him off. But that's a hell of a strike. Thank God that misses. Fucking Rob Harker, a man that has terrified us for years now. He has been an absolute problem. Another potential yellow here? Nope. We're good to go. But again, just Rob has... We're lucky that we're making sure that when he gets the ball, it's way outside the box and not inside the box. Because he can make a lot of things happen. Well done. So that was a hell of a strike. Emerson might win that. He does. Attaboy Herthington. He's got a good chance. Right at the keeper. Hell of a save. And a good clearance. That'd be a throw-in. So far, I'm liking how the game's going. I know it's a little bit shaky. They might score 1 goal, but I got a feeling we're going to score a couple. It might not happen in this first half, but I think we're going to get on the board sooner rather than later. That is for sure. As so far, league table stayed the same. Really no scoring at all from any of the games. Because right now, if we were to play in the playoffs, our biggest threat will be Halifax and Gillingham. But if Wrexham and York City can jump over them somehow, we'll be perfect. My God, we have a couple of yellow cards already. The first half, though, has come to a close, and that has been a bit of a dreadful first half. At least we've gotten some targets that have shots on target, but man, everything else has been pretty crazy. We're committing a lot of fouls, but they're not getting a lot of chances. It's been a very, very interesting quarter for your first crazy half so far. I think we're gonna have Dion Davies come on. I don't want to have Ramsey come on yet. Josh Dixon actually hasn't played all that well, weirdly enough. We'll bring on Mark Helm. We'll keep Emerson on a little bit longer. Just mainly because right now we're playing well, but I don't like that Jarrell is nervous. Doesn't make me feel all that great. We might bring on Kobe Small instead. We'll keep it there. We'll just make the 2 subs now. We'll wait a little bit later on, but yeah, we just want to make sure the boys, hey, if we keep playing like we are, we're going to win. And I think that's actually pretty on brand, especially with us starting off with the ball. But our left side of the pitch has a lot of problems with the yellow cards. I was hoping we would work on the right side, as Northampton down to Gillingham, so that's going to shake things up on the table side, and Doncaster's going to be up over York City. So with that, as far as that will give us a great opportunity if we're able to win this game, because we will then be just a couple points behind them for second. Let's see what we got. Zach Emerson wins the header. Mark Helm with a good chance. Just missed it, though. That's the thing about Zach Emerson. He's great out of the air. Scott, not so much, unfortunately, but he's still playing. So far, we just haven't had that one guy that really take control yet of the game. But we're getting good chances, though. It's going to come. We're going to get our goal. It's got a good feeling about it. The way we're playing, we're making good chances. As I say that, well, there we go. We win it back. Mark Helm was a pretty good sub so far, it looks like. He's played better than Dixon was. Let's see what Mustafa can do with this. We're going the other way, but we're pretty smart about our passing. There it is to Davies. Davies with a cross to Emerson. Nope, Hurthington now. And just barely under the bar. But it's a good shot, though. It was a good chance. I was hoping that was going to be to Zach Emerson, but alas. And also, we know the Shrewsbury game is just a couple of days away, so we want to make sure everybody's pretty much fit for that game as well. So we might actually go ahead and make some subs right now. So yeah, we'll bring Jack on as a left winger, even though he's not that good compared to the as far as from the right side to the left side. We might have Mustafa actually play on the left here. I didn't really think about that. It might be a good call. Yeah, that's probably for the best. Kenny Coker come on. Yeah, but say Connie Ramsey's not really the greatest at the left side. Yeah, Morgan Finney's gonna come off for Kobe Small, and we'll have Jarrell play in the middle, I guess. Actually, no, we should probably just have Kobe still be in the middle. And that'll be our subs. Hopefully nobody gets hurt. Northampton's a draw so far. That's what we did not want. We needed Gillingham to score and win to open this up. Grimsby's beating Oxford. That's big. So we will now be the sole leader of third the way things are going. But really the big thing about this run, oh my god, Grimsby Town just fucking poured it on them. That is huge. See, they're definitely losing. Now, and Harker's off, that's awesome. The great thing about this run has been, I've seen rarely teams being able to get shots on target. We've been very much a stagnant fucking defensive team. The only time teams are really getting good shots on target is if they get a penalty. But right now, we're going to... and Gillingham scores. Perfect. Perfect. If we can get a win here right at the end of the fucking game, that would be massive. If not... Oh, looks like did they take one back? That's all it was. Oh, there we go. They're just now catching up over here on the left. That was weird, but... Sucks that we didn't get a goal there from Scott, but... We're going to be down 4 points to second. And then definitely has opened up a major chance for us to sneak in there. But I'm glad we have a point advantage, though, over Oxford United. Again, I felt like Oxford United is kind of falling by the wayside as of late. I don't know what's going on with their side, but they've been slipping. That is for sure. We got one more chance here. We also have a chance to blow it, but I think we're going to do a pretty good job of keeping this one stuck with us. The great thing about being a cautious, counterattacking team is we're not going to blow a lot of games. Usually that's going to be the case. But yeah, not a great game as far as from highlights, but we had a great chance with Emerson in the first half. He just didn't get it past the keeper, but everybody that came on, actually Davies probably should have started. We might have him start the next game, to be honest. Helm did really well as a sub as well, but I'm going to keep Dixon out there for the next game. Will Dennis, so great stuff. Disappointing we didn't win, but hey, at least we get a point. Try to stay on the positive side of things, at least to the Shrewsbury Town game. This is the one, if we're going to win a game instead of getting some draws, this is the game that if we win, we'll be in a really, really good spot. Obviously, it stops Shrewsbury Town from getting any points, but also, with Gillingham, they're now trying to come for our spot, I think more so than Oxford United are. We'll have to wait and see, but with our goal difference that we have, we're going to be in a really, really good spot. We now have a higher goal difference than Northampton, too, so if we can get a tie with them off points, we will at least get second off of a goal difference. That would be huge. Yeah, Colchester, has got the 4-0 lead, or win, rather. Oh, Bradford City beat Shrewsbury Town. That is huge. Yeah, I think Shrewsbury Town, because they have already dominated the first half of the schedule, and they know that no matter what happens, they're probably going to get automatic promotion, I think they're kind of letting off the gas a little bit. So that's going to leave us a great opportunity to swoop in here and beat Shrewsbury Town like we did last time. So that would be very, very awesome. Yeah, they are promoted. So I think they're going to not really play as hard as what we're going to be playing for. We're playing for a spot for automatic promotion. Yeah, thank God. Yeah, he was pretty good. He was pretty great there. Keeper brought it for sure. Because if that goal would have went through, we'd be in a really, really great spot to take second. But it's the way she goes. As a Wrexham player getting some love there. So yeah, on to the Shrewsbury Town game. Alright, the game against Shrewsbury Town. This is a huge one. As if, luckily, Oxford United, and I think literally like everybody underneath us that's in the playoff race right now, they've already played their game. Their game was yesterday, and Oxford United, they did not win their game, so they had a draw. So we are now tied with them again, but because, obviously, we're a game behind, no matter what happens, we're still going to be third after this game. So the pressure is off, but it would be massive to get some points here, even if it's just one. There's also watching out for Newport. They're playing against Northampton, and if they can beat them, boy, does that open up the race for us, because they still have to play Shrewsbury Town, of course. So this would be just fucking massive. Shrewsbury Town, they have automatically gained promotion already, so they really have nothing to play for, so I'm hoping they are not playing at full strength today. It's going to be tough, though. I think it's going to be tough. I think they're still going to be playing the way they have been playing. We'll see, though. As, yeah, they have been the best team, but we've been right behind them. I think it's kind of crazy. They've had as many losses as they've had, but they haven't obviously had as many draws as everybody else. But it's kind of funny how that works out. How Northampton and us have the least amount of losses, or second and third. So we'll see how we start off the game. Again, we've been looking for Zach Emerson to get those first half goals to start us off. Hoping for that same type of success here today. Yeah, but right now we're already in third if we stick to the draw. But even if we lose, we'll still be third, thanks to the goal difference. But Wrexham are now in the playoff picture. Very, very funny seeing that. So we'll see if, again, we can get something going here on offense. So far, I've been loving what the highlights have been, because it's just been all red for Carlisle United. This is fantastic. And Finney to Toby. Toby looking to send it. Maybe not. Changes his mind to Dylan Davies. Davies now. Good pass here. Might be able to open this up. It is Mustafa. Hopefully to swing it in. Bit low, but Davies is there again. Yeah! Zach Emerson with goal number 25. Takes us a lead over Shrewsbury Town. Fuck yeah. Perfect perfect, perfect, perfect. Everybody in the right place at the right time there. Obviously, the first cross doesn't work, but it goes right back to Davies. He gets a better cross because it's actually in the air, and I think Emerson might have been offsides, too, for the first cross, so just perfect. He just got a tip on it. Did Shrewsbury Town's keeper in Baven, and that will lead us to a huge 79 points now, and we are just 2 behind Northampton. Hopefully, Newport can get something going so we can only be a point below them. We shall see. If we can get another fucking goal here, back-to-back for Zach Emerson, might be 25-26 on the year. You can barely see Toby's almost blending in with the background of the red. Emerson's in the air. Damn. He's been great, though. Him being in the form that he's in right now is the reason why we have secured potentially the 3rd spot. As far as this is, the whole team itself has been on a roll, obviously, having just steamrolled this back half of the schedule, but honestly, I think the biggest thing has been the way we've been able to keep on scoring. Because as you saw in the last game, obviously, that was the first time we hadn't scored a goal since January. And it's fucking April. That's a long time. A lot of games we played where we were at least getting a goal. So it just shows you that if we just get one, our defense is stout enough that we can at least get a point. Or 3, if we can get a clean sheet. But this is looking like it's going to be another dominating performance, though. It's just wild how great this counter-attacking system has worked out. I think a lot of it is a lot of teams don't run a back 5, too. Because, this Shrewsbury Town team, they kind of run something at least pretty similar. Yeah, it's just a 4-3-3, though, mainly. Which is obviously a great formation, but when you have a back 5, plus somebody in the middle, too. We don't even have a DM, we just have somebody in the middle, in the attacking midfielder. It's a little bit more forward as far as pushing the game, the tempo forward. That way, if they get possession, we quickly get rid of that, maintain our possession, while also keeping it on their side of the pitch. So it just works out so well. Everything's just a funnel, basically, to keep everything on that side of the pitch. But what a great first half. They didn't get a shot on target. They had 1 shot in general. Everything you could have asked for this first game. This first half, rather, excuse me. If we can get just this great momentum going again, I think we will be a team that's going to get that automatic promotion, because these were the tough games, and we got the draw. We potentially might get a win or a draw. I don't think we're going to blow it here. We'll see, though. It just takes 1. That's a great pass. Thank God. Something happened. I think we fouled him. It was a good call. At least get a foul there. Hell of a free kick. Bounced off the crossbar. Talk about some unlucky play there. And we're going to take this ball, go the other way with it, because Sam has got the wheels for this one. We got a good chance for a counter here. It's a good pass. Going across the field to Mustafa. That was an interesting idea. Luckily, we maintained possession. The visualizer's fun. I guess we can look at that. Well, because we don't really need to look at the table anymore, because you guys know what's going on. We're just kind of waiting on the seat. Oh, man, I thought we were going to score again. If potentially Newport's going to beat Northingham, if it's a draw, we're fine. I just hope they don't win. It's kind of the big thing there. But yeah, we're rolling right along. They still haven't had a successful shot on target. Granaberas, it's weird because, deep lying playmaker role for him, he's different than obviously what we have Petter doing, because he's obviously the ball-winning midfielder. So it's a different type of system, but I think it works out a little bit better because obviously he's a lot more well-rounded. And plus, I think the depth is what helped us here. The guys we brought in during the transfer window in January, I think, is why we're potentially going up to League One. So I don't think any other team made as many deals and has changed their team as much as we did. compared to where we were at the beginning of the year to where we're at now. You know, we didn't even have anybody on loan the first half of the season. Bring in some loans. We bring in guys to help us out because we knew that we were going to be a good enough team to be in the top 6 in the first half just by the way we were playing. And we just had to keep up that pace, and we absolutely did. In fact, I think we even played better, than we did in the first half of the year. So that just is exactly what we needed to be able to get to the point where we're at now. They want us to float it on over. Don't think we need to change anything, to be honest. I think we're playing just exactly what we need to be doing. Yeah, it's kind of funny how bad Joe is, though. Joe always is like one of the worst guys on the pitch. He's the one guy I kind of wish we could improve on. Oh, yeah, we're going to have Morgan Finney come on. We'll have Ramsey come on. We'll have Kobe Small be in the middle now. That'll be our first subs of the day. Hopefully they don't get this free kick, though. They were very, very close the last time. Very close again. Dennis, man, what a save. Huge. Absolutely huge. They're making their changes now. As long as we can keep them... That was finally their first shot on target. That was very, very close. Dominating possession. Better team passing-wise. Everything you could ask for today happened for us. That is for sure. Alright, 70th minute. Trying to think here. Darko could probably come on for Dion Davies. And then we'll have Petter come on. So no Coker. Which is unfortunate, but I just feel like we don't need a goal. We kind of need more defense more than anything. But it would be nice to get another goal in. But I don't think we should sub off Emerson, because he honestly gives us just as good of a chance as if we brought on Coker. So what a great way to end our final season, potentially, in League 2. Unless something very, very bad happens here at the end of these 2 games. But so far, everything has went exactly as planned. Oh, man, I'm not liking this play, though. They got a great shot. It's a great one-on-one, thank God. Oh, he's offsides, too. Perfect. Oh, never mind. I thought he was going to wave the flag. Man, that was... Oh, they're trying. They are trying to get something going. And our defense is going to be pressed for sure. They're getting their chances in. That's a good job by Will Dennis to just clear that. That's a better job by them, though. They got a good pass in the middle, potentially. It's wide open. Attaboy, Toby. Oh, he didn't get all of it. Thank God. It just goes past the post. Toby making that play at least slowed him down. They're looking for it, though. They're looking for the equalizer. Boy, oh boy, they're coming on strong here in this last 20-odd minutes or so. That's a great pass. I think he's off, though. Please call it. Oh, and it's going through. Please call it back. Yeah. Got lucky there. Lucky there. It's obviously no VAR, so we need the refs to be on their P's and Q's, but yeah, he's way off. Well, actually, not way off. He looked a lot more offsides for some reason from this angle, which is the same exact angle they have, so I don't know what's going on. A throw in. Please clear it. Oh, that's a great pass. That's a better header, though, to get it out of there. I wouldn't mind even going down a man at this rate, if it means we gotta make a big tackle to get it out of there, but Emerson's got it. Kind of wish he just cleared it, to be honest, but there's not enough time left to really clear it and get things going. Well, we're going to slow the game down, though. Make them work for it. Emerson, Irvington hopefully looks to his left. He does not. Thank God Toby's there. He's really been the savior of this second half. Might not look like it, but he's been in the right place at the right time. Oh, there we go. Oh, and it's the fucking post. What a cross. What a shot. Petter, though, long range. What a missile. Went right to him. They're looking for the counter. Man, that would have been massive. God damn it. I'm just trying to go back to the table to see what's going on. If anything's happened. We must have been one of the early games. Oh, that's a terrible pass. We gotta get possession back. Oh, thank God. Speaking of terrible passes, there we go to Dennis. I like Dennis's passing, so I don't mind him being the keeper there that has the ball. Yeah, it's got a boot on him. Oh, let's see if we're good out of the air. Yep. Toby comes over to the other side to get that. That's huge. Helm is there. Mustafa's fast, but he's not fast enough, unfortunately. Another one. And another job. That time Petter got it. They're going to keep possession. Not liking how long this highlight's going for. Scaring the shit out of me, especially towards the end of the game. The cross is there. Thank God. We'll take the corner. Man. Man, oh man. This is a big-ass game that we need to win. That's a terrible job by them. If they're going to go near post, they're fucked. They got to go far post. We got too many guys up front in the near post. This one-on-one back here, that was money. Oh, the fish. He went for it. Thank God Toby's there at least. To be the hero of this second half. Again. Keeping up with it. Almost in the 90th minute. A lot of fouls have happened though in this past. I can't believe there's the league table. Yep, still third. No surprise. Long-ass throw-in. Small is there. Emerson's there. Good pass here. Could lead to a good counter. We have numbers. I don't know how Sam has this type of energy still. It's kind of crazy. It's an interesting pass, but that's a terrible shot. Kind of wish we just held on to that one. But they only got a couple minutes. Maybe they won't make anything out of it. But if they score, I'm going to be super pissed at Zach Emerson. Yeah, we should be fine. I was hoping he'd bring that one down. Come on. Ramsey, good pass. Yes. Give it a will, Dennis. Let him boot the shit out of it. Oh, we're going small. Alright. Good pass. Toby makes a good pass. There we go. And another good pass here from Sam. It's not there, but it was close enough to at least we made a chance, potentially. It's a good pass here. Oh, Mark Helm somehow does not even... That was the easiest chance that we've gotten all night, and he somehow hits somebody else instead of the goal. Just our luck. They're looking for a counter still, not happening. Toby's just locked in. Locked the fuck in. Sending it forward. I don't mind that call at all. Keeper makes the save. They got maybe one more chance. Maybe one more. We'll see. Ain't taking their sweet time. Assessing his options. We've doubled their shots, but still, it's only 2-3 on target shots, so. Emerson's definitely going to win that, though. I don't know why they have Nurse out there still. He is just a little fella. And there we go. We pull it off. We beat Shrewsbury Town. They still win it all. And fuck them. We don't need to see them celebrating. Yeah, hooray for you. You lose, but you still win it all. That's what I figured. I figured they were not going to be a team wanting to kind of play at full strength, but they turned it on there in the last 10, 15 minutes, maybe even 20 minutes or so of that game. Northampton do in fact drop one to Newport. Massive. Massive, massive, massive. So I would say it is safe to say we are going to have automatic promotion. I'm just going to wait a little bit to confirm it. So we won't show that game that's coming up, the full one, because we've already seen 2. But I'm assuming when we play Colchester, we will in fact be the team that will be going up as well. Because I think it's May 4th is when they play Shrewsbury Town and Northampton. Oh no, they played at the very end of the year. 2 straight losses, though, for them has been a pretty interesting way to end out their season. Hopefully they pull one out, though, against Northampton. They are at home, which they were at home against us, and they still somehow lost. So we'll see. It's crazy. They're $1 million down. I think we're $1 million down as well, because obviously we haven't been getting any revenue or anything during this back half of the year. Yeah, everyone's around 1 million down around this time of year. But yeah, I mean, at least we've definitely made the playoffs, so that's a good call, at least from that perspective. But I think we will be in automatic promotion. I do. We'll verify it here very, very shortly. Well, we don't get the win, but we get the draw, at least, as far as unless something terrible happens in these last couple of seconds. Oxford United, they lost again. They took on Wrexham, and they lost, I believe, 2-0. That was the last time I saw the score. I thought for sure we'd at least get a goal this game, but as far as at least with that draw, we get automatic promotion, which is just fantastic. We did it. We did it, we did it, we did it. Fucking another league down. And as far as we are almost, we're basically at the halfway point of the pyramid. As far as making it to League One, massive. Absolutely massive, but this is, now we're getting to the real test. If we can get out of League One, into the championship, then we're really cooking. But as you see right here, Oxford United lost to Wrexham 2-0. And with that 2-0 defeat, that basically sets us up perfectly. We have a chance to get second, funny enough, as far as since Shrewsbury Town, they will be playing Northampton later on. Northampton with a draw earlier today opens that window up. So we might, in fact, get second, which that'd be pretty awesome. But yeah, I mean, this is fantastic to see. We had the best goal difference. We've had the best run out of any team, really, of this 2027 calendar year. But this is exactly what we fucking needed and what we wanted. As, boy, oh boy, we, I can't believe it, to be honest. I cannot believe we did it. I was, very, very scared there at the first time around when we blew it trying to make it into the playoffs. Luckily, we come back here and we get the win that we needed, especially some big wins towards the tail end of the stretch. And just having a perfect run like this from March to April to May, potentially, unless we blow it here against Sutton, but even then, as far as we were lucky that our defense really came up big. We haven't allowed a goal in the past 3 games, so that's just been major indeed. Hell, the last time we gave up 2 goals was February. So again, that February game has just been quite the outliner against Cheltenham. But yeah, I mean, I cannot believe Oxford United blew it, though. I don't know what the fuck's going on over there at their end. They still might be able to get promotion, obviously, if they win the playoffs. But I just, a team that just dropped down from League One, they have just been a nosedive since basically 2023, 2024, when they were almost in the championship. Just wild to think that they dropped way down like that. I don't think they've won a game in a hot minute. Yeah, last time was the Exeter 2-0 victory. That's been a while. It has been a while. And I thought when they beat us that we were going to see them either in the playoffs or they were even going to take our spot. But the back-to-back losses, Northampton and York City, I think kind of threw everything out the window. The Halifax loss was brutal, but that Grimsby and Wrexham loss obviously is the nail in the coffin. But they still could obviously win the playoffs if that's the case. But yeah, that will do it for the end of our second season here in as far as in League 2. But in general, obviously this is what, season 5? That's the end of season 5. We're going to be into season 6 in League 1. And as far as the plan right now is to stick with Carlisle United. We'll see, though. There are some interesting jobs that might pop up. As far as the jobs that I would potentially look after, as far as we'll bounce up here jump up to League 1 just to kind of show what's happening here. Because I know Wrexham's down. Or not Wrexham's down. Notts County was going down. Looks like they might be saved, though. So yeah, looks like Mansfield's going down, Bristol Rovers is going down, and Lincoln is going down. Forest Green would be the Forest Green Rovers. That's not a bad job to take. Portsmouth is one I might take. I would love Blackpool, to go back to Blackpool as far as I was last time I managed them. Boy, it was before COVID, so I mean 2018, 2019 probably. But that would be very, very awesome to jump up to them. Obviously, potentially one of these top teams that might not make it, like a Millwall job would be pretty sick. Salford, I think everybody's kind of used Salford City, so I'm not really too big on using them, and plus they're about, $2 million in the hole. They could really use an upgrade of their stadium, too. Like, we're just in a good spot with Carlisle United, because I think we're on the same wavelength as a lot of these other teams, if not better. Obviously, Notts County is a team that we've played in the past, which, as far as they're doing really well for themselves, actually, with their stadium and everything's rocking and rolling. That'd be kind of a fun job. I know they, did they finally have, yeah, he just got the job, Matt Graves. I know they let their old manager go. It must have been because they were right at the bubble. So some big wins got them up to stay up, at least, as far as at the end of the year. Trying to think who else we might jump up. I guess depending on who jumps down from the championship, as far as I know, Swansea's down. Ipswich is potentially down. And it's a race there. Fucking Blackburn would be pretty cool jump up, potentially. Palace is back up. Leeds is going back up. And I'm going to assume Nottingham Forest is going up just the way the points are looking. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Pretty wild. Does any weird things happen in the Prem yet? It's still a little too early for... Yeah, there's nothing too crazy. It's all the same as far as the same top... The top six, if you will. Leicester's up there, though, and as far as that's kind of funny how things have worked out that way. Yeah, but it's basically been all the same now. But yeah, that will do it for the end of the episode. Thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time for the start in League One. Take care, everyone.